Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the very start of a reading vlog, which I have not done since this summer, and I truly love reading vlogs. I love getting to talk to you guys about, just my week and things that I'm up to, as well as, what I'm reading and kind of keeping you up to date, because I haven't done a wrap up on a book I've read in a while, and I really like doing reading vlogs. I think they're really fun and they're some of my favorite things to watch from other creators, so I thought I would start one this week. So it is Sunday, January 24th, and I am currently about to clean my room because my room is chaotic. I filmed a video earlier today. I planned on filming at least 2 videos today. Only one of them happened. I filmed one and the sound was awful. I had my fan on because I just get really hot easily, and you could hear it in the background and it sounded awful, so I had to restart it. I'm really glad with how it turned out though, so I'm actually trying to let myself take a chill pill and not stress out about not having filmed more than one video today. But that's all edited and uploaded and ready to go for tomorrow. So my plan is, like I said, to clean my room and try and find a new audiobook, because I currently only have one more book left on my TBR for January, but I am also in the middle of another book. So the 2 books that I am currently reading are These Violent Delights, as well as Blanca y Roja, or Blanca and Roja, which I'm loving Blanca and Roja so much. I started it on my phone the other day, and I was reading it like when I had time at work, just kind of on Scribd, and taking any chance I could to read it because it was on Scribd and I knew I owned it, so I was like, that's a good choice to read, and I'm really loving it. I'm about halfway through, so I don't know what audiobook I want to listen to. I think I want to listen to something different, but something I still own, because I find that if I don't listen to a book I already own, then I feel like I'm not pushing through my TBR. And obviously there are always going to be books that I want to read that I don't own, but I'm trying to work through my physical TBR much more these days because I'm always constantly buying books and I should read what I own. So I need to look on Scribd and figure out an audiobook, and I will listen to that while I am cleaning my room. It's just chaotic in here, and after I film I always just leave everything everywhere. You're bouncing on like at least 15 books right now. So these all need to be logged into my Notion, which I will show you probably at some point. I don't know if I'm going to make a separate video or include that in this vlog, maybe to show you guys how I log my books in Notion. But I need to make sure they're all logged in there, as well as put them on my shelves, or at least just kind of get them sorted, because my TBR cart is also really full and kind of disorganized, and I kind of want to shift out some of the books that are on there. I like to keep books on there that I am really excited about and that I want to get to as soon as possible, but some of them the more that I look at them, I know I'm not interested in them right now, so I figure I might as well shift it out and like bring in other books from my bookshelf that are out in the hallway. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look for an audiobook. I'll show you guys what audiobook I choose, and then maybe when I'm done cleaning I can do some drawing or doodling on Procreate, and I recently got a Cricut for my birthday, which is super exciting. I didn't really know much about Cricuts before, but I heard from my brother's girlfriend that she got one for Christmas and was loving it, and it just seems like something that really makes sense for me. And it's so exciting that I have one, because I can make my own stickers for my bullet journal, as well as like cute little cutouts, or things on vinyl that I could put on a journal or a t-shirt or whatever I want. So there's a lot of possibilities with it, but I've been trying to figure out how to use it best, and kind of get used to it. So I might sit around and play with that and maybe update my bullet journal, as well as maybe my film journal. I haven't done that in a while. I have a film and movie journal that I use as well. maybe I'll show you that at some point. I don't know. My mind is all over the place. I have work all week this coming week, and I'm working late the first 3 days of the week, which is good, but it's also going to be exhausting, and I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done after work just because I know I'm going to be tired. So I want to utilize this night as much as I can. And yeah, that was a really long intro clip, but let's go ahead and get into cleaning this freaking room.
Author's note. In writing this book, I wanted to be as authentic and truthful about my experience as possible.
Hello. So it is a couple hours later. I cleaned up my room, as you guys saw, and I need to take my makeup off. It's literally just wiping off. But I cleaned up my room, and I have been listening to All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson, and I think I showed you that on Scribd, and I'm loving it. I think they're so good at tackling really important political and social issues while also telling the story in such a straightforward, accessible way. And I'm loving it a lot, and it's flying by. Like, I'm over halfway done with it, and I just started it tonight, which is always a really good feeling when you've read a book or you're reading a book that you're really enjoying and it's flying by. But what I wanted to do right now is I think I want to take off my makeup and kind of like get settled in for the night, because tomorrow's gonna be really long. It's okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I'm gonna take my makeup off and kind of do a little self-care kind of deal. And then I think I'm gonna sit on my iPad and still listen to my audiobook, but sit here and do some like doodles or drawings to make some stickers for my bullet journal, and maybe update that if I have a chance. But yeah, I've been really loving my Cricut, so I want to make some things that I can print out for my Cricut. If I have a chance tomorrow or sometime this week, I'll show you guys me printing some things, but it's been really cool and really fun. So I'm gonna do that after I take my makeup off, so let's go do that. So it's about an hour later. I decided to sit on my iPad and like fiddle around with it and just like doodle, and it was actually really relaxing. I'm glad I got to do that. And I finished All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson, which I think I'm gonna give 5 stars. I just think that the way they told their story was so natural and real, and they're obviously a born storyteller, and obviously it's their own story dealing with, you know, marginalization and being a Black queer person, but it was heartfelt and felt really raw. And I think making this more accessible to younger readers and the YA scheme of things is really important, and I think hopefully this will benefit a lot of people who are going through things that they went through when they were growing up, and things that they experienced about their queerness and their identity and lots of things like that. So loved it, so great. I listened to the audiobook, like I said, and they just had a great voice, and I'm so glad that they narrated it themselves. I thought that was so fun. I love when a book does that. So yeah, now I think I am going to get ready for bed because I am tired and I have an early morning tomorrow. But I'm really happy that I finished a book today. I was having a bad day. I didn't tell you, but I just was not having a good day. I have this like these random spurts of like corona depression where I just want to like curl up in a ball, but also know there are so many things I need to do or want to get done, and I want to read and be productive, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. But this makes me feel a lot better, and I'm so glad I got a video done and it's ready and uploaded for tomorrow, so that's good. But I know I need to go to bed because if I don't right now, I'm gonna regret it tomorrow. But yeah, I will probably talk to you guys around lunch tomorrow during my lunch break. It's gonna be a long one tomorrow, but I don't really have time to film, obviously, at my work, especially because it involves kids and they're not my kids, so I'm not going to show you them, obviously. But I'm gonna be busy. Hopefully I'll talk to you during lunch. I might not read when I'm home. I'm not home for very long, or like when I'm on my lunch break, so who knows. But hopefully I get a chance to read at least something tomorrow. That is my goal. Read a page, that's all I need. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Hello, so it is the next day. It is Monday, January 25th. I'm on my lunch break and I am home. I just ate lunch, and I'm sitting here watching Noelle's wrap up of 2020 and her reading goals. I love Noelle. I could watch every video. I could watch her eat a salad and I'd be interested. But she's so funny. But I'm just sitting here hanging out. I got really sick this morning. I cut my finger and thought I was gonna pass out, which has never really happened before. I do get kind of gross with blood, but today was like really bad, and I'm around children and I can't pass out, so I'm glad I didn't. But I'm just still feeling a little bit icky. So I just wanted to relax while I'm on my break. I'll probably read a little bit. I decided the next audiobook I'm going to listen to is Queenie. I can't remember who it's by. So I'm gonna read Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. I've heard so many great things about this, and also that the audiobook is wonderful, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I'm also reading These Violent Delights, which I'm only like 30 pages into and I'm liking. I'm not fully engaged yet, but it's because I've been reading it so sporadically that it's kind of difficult to really gauge my thoughts on it. But I had a little bit of a chance to read a couple pages earlier, and I'm just hopeful that I enjoy it and am able to keep up with it. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just finish Noelle's video and hang out and relax before I have to go back to work. I have work until 7 tonight, which I normally work till 5, so it's gonna be a long day. But hopefully I have some chance to listen to my audiobook, and maybe read some of These Violent Delights, because I want to get into it, because I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy it. I'm just not far enough in to really know. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys when something interesting happens, because right now nothing fun is happening at all. Hi guys, so I haven't updated you I think in the past 2 days because it has been chaos. Work has been crazy and I've been working late, but today was my last day working late, so I'm off 2 hours earlier tomorrow, and I have somehow more energy today than I did the past 2 days. I have been reading. I have read some more of These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I am probably about 50 pages in, so I haven't read a ton, but whenever I have spare time, I've read some of that, and I am enjoying it so far. I feel like I'm still waiting for it to like really intrigue me, but again, I'm not that far into it, and I do really like the setting and kind of the mystery that's already begun at the very beginning of the story, so I'm excited to continue with that. At the same time, I'm also reading Blanca and Roja by Anna-Marie McLemore, and I'm reading that on my phone whenever I get a chance. I work with kids, so I'm on the go all the time, but when I have a chance, I do pick that up, and I am seriously in love with this book. When I start reading it, I can't put it down. It is so atmospheric and so fairy tale-esque in such a like modern setting, and while so many things that don't make sense in our modern world don't make sense, it makes sense. That doesn't make sense. It just feels natural and right, and the writing is just beautiful, and the characters are so fleshed out and different and palpable at the same time. So I'm really enjoying this. I am a little bit over halfway with this book, and I'm loving it. And I also own it physically, so my plan tonight is to read that. I want to just lay down in my bed. My back is hurting, and I want to lay down in my bed and listen to some music and read Blanca and Roja. I think I'll get pretty far on it because it does fly by, but it is just, I haven't had a chance to really sit down and indulge in it and like really enjoy it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. My plan right now is to relax, probably get either a glass of wine because I deserve it, or a hot cup of tea to just relax in my bed and listen to some music. And yeah, I've just been really happy with how much I've been reading lately. I haven't been pushing myself as much to pick up things that I feel like I need to pick up, or things that make it seem like I'm reading more. I'm only reading what everyone else is reading at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. I just sometimes feel this pressure that no one gives to me. It's just my own pressure that I put on myself to, you know, like fall into this hole of I need to be a better booktuber and I need to do all these things to be a better booktuber, when in reality this is for fun. This is to talk to you guys, which is such a blessing, and to just enjoy reading and express my love for reading in whatever way possible. And you know what? I feel like I've done that this past month, and I've really liked it. I really like that I just have been picking up books I've been really into and interested in, and I've had a really great time with that. I'm picking up books I'm really excited about, and ones that I personally think I'm going to enjoy, rather than focusing too hard on what other people will enjoy. I don't know. Reading is so subjective that sometimes I think it can get lost in translation when you're a booktuber, because you're also considering what your audience is interested in, and that might not always be the case with what you're trying to read. So I don't know. I feel like in a good place, and that I've read a lot of good books this month, and I've read definitely more than my TBR. I still have a couple books that are on my TBR, but I think I've read at least 7. I don't know. Better than I expected, and I'm happy with that. So I'm going to pick up my room a little bit. It's a bit of a mess, and then lay down and read Blanca and Roja and hopefully make some really good progress on that. Hello, so it is about 10:15 right now. I last talked to you I think around 8 or so, and you guys saw I decided to sit down and read Blanca and Roja, and I just finished it, and honestly, beautiful. It was so incredible, so truly magical and also relatable. It had so many great topics that are obviously relevant to today's society and, you know, the people living in it, but also had that fairy tale aspect, that magical realism that felt so palpable and felt so real and true and honest, but still magical and fairy tale-esque. And I just devoured this. I could not stop reading it. Like I said, the minute I picked it up, I was hooked, and I just was so glad to be able to have time to sit down and read this, because it has been on my shelf for a while and on my TBR for a bit, and I've always wanted to read Anna-Marie McLemore's books before, but I never got around to it. I think I have The Weight of Feathers by her, but I don't think I have any other ones. I have considered Wild Beauty before, but I definitely want to read more by her because I just adore her take on magical realism and like the fairy tale aspect and retellings. I think that just these characters were so fleshed out in a way that I felt like I knew them and I was a part of them rather than just people on a page. And so I loved it. And I have definitely like a strange relationship with magical realism. I really want to love it, and I really, you know, I love fairy tale aspects. I love the idea of, you know, a modern contemporary world where things are as they seem, but there's that twist of, you know, things aren't as they seem. And I've had a hard time with the magical realism books that I've picked up before, just because they've never, you know, struck me as much as I want them to. And some of them I have really enjoyed, but this is like the best take on magical realism fairy tale stuff I feel like I've read, at least in a really long time. So I am definitely looking forward to reading more of her books. I know she is like big into magical realism, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking out more of her books and, you know, indulging in these stories that she creates and spins. And it was just really wonderful, and I'm gonna be thinking about this for a while. I thought it just was really great for such a short span of time that we're following these characters, and I loved it. I loved the take on, you know, the ugly duckling and Black Swan-y, you know, Swan Lake. So this is basically a reimagining of the Snow White and Rose Red story, fairy tale, you know, fable that has been around, which I don't know the true version of that. I obviously know Snow White and like the basic premise of her story, but I've never known the true fable behind it. So it was really interesting to read about this, especially because Anna-Marie McLemore translates this into a Latina sisters retelling, which I really enjoyed, and I'm just so glad I got to this. It has been a long time coming. It's been on my shelf for a while, and I'm just really happy that I was able to finish it. So I now am only reading These Violent Delights, which I'm reading physically. I don't think the audiobook is even out for it yet, as well as Queenie, which I am listening to on audio. So I feel like I want to read another physical book, or at least kind of pick one up so that I have multiple going at the same time. I've been really good about reading multiple books at one time. I used to be the kind of person where I could only read one book at a time. Like, I just needed to focus all my energy in that one book. But I found that that became an issue when I would, you know, want to switch up the genre or take a break, but also still, you know, continue reading and be productive in that sense. And I feel like I've just really developed a good strategy for myself of, you know, picking up different genres so that I'm not getting confused or overwhelmed by too much of the same genre. And as well as just like, it's enjoyable for me to be able to choose what world I want to dive back into. You know, at any point in time. So I'm really enjoying that a lot, and it's been really helpful that I've chosen different genres. So These Violent Delights is a fantasy kind of retelling of Romeo and Juliet, but it's definitely like a fantastical historical take on like a classic story that we already know in Shanghai in the 1920s, which is amazing. So probably won't do fantasy, like hard fantasy. I feel like this is probably like heavy fantasy. But I'm also reading Queenie, which is a contemporary. So I'm looking at my TBR shelf right now and trying to decide. Okay, I think I'm going to be reading one that I meant to get to in October or like around spooky time, but to me I'm like, spooky time could be any time, you know, and I enjoy spooky things throughout the seasons. So let me show you what book I'm going to choose. I think I'm going to read Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I have had this, I think, since this summer, and I've heard so many things about it. I've been really interested in it. I think it's queer, horror, fantasy, maybe, magic, witches, evil stuff. That's all I know. I don't care. Like, it sounds great. Death, I mean, Cemetery Boys, there's gonna be death and spooky stuff like that. But I've just heard really great things about this, and I don't know, I'm just super excited to dive into it. So I thought I would, with you, read what this book is about, because obviously I don't remember well enough to describe it to you. So it says, when his traditional Latinx family has problems accepting his gender, Yadriel becomes determined to prove himself a real brujo. With the help of his cousin and best friend Mauricia, he performs the quinces ritual himself and then sets out to find the ghost of his murdered cousin Miguel and set it free. However, the ghost he summons is actually Julian Diaz, the school's resident bad boy, and Julian is not about to go quietly into death. He's determined to find out what happens and ties some loose ends before he leaves. Left with no choice, Yadriel agrees to help Julian so that they can both get what they want. But the longer Yadriel spends with Julian, the less he wants him to leave. Oh, okay. I had no idea that's what this was. And, you know, I'm for it. It sounds really good. And I love a queer romance, a queer, like, spooky romance. Sounds amazing. And I've heard really great things about Aiden Thomas and their writing. So I can't wait to get into it. I think this is going to be a really fun book. And I think this is also their debut. Yeah, this is Aiden Thomas's debut. So that is awesome for them. I just think it's going to be great. And it's also just about 300 pages or so. It's like 342. So I'm confident I can go through this quickly, but also, you know, not that I need to read it quickly. I say that a lot. I feel like I say that in a lot of videos. I'm like, hopefully I can get through it quickly or whatever. And that sounds like I'm just reading it to read it or gain pages or feel accomplished in having read a book without actually enjoying it. That's not the case. I'm the kind of person where, like, I have to kind of give myself the confidence that I'm like, I can read that in like a normal amount of time. Like, I feel like when I look at certain books, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna take forever. But like, I can accomplish that for sure. So yeah, when I say I can get through it quickly, that's just me giving myself confidence. Not that I'm trying to rush through it or not enjoy it or whatever. I don't know. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna go to bed soon because it's already 10:30 and your girl wakes up early and needs her sleep. But I do think I want to read hopefully at least a chapter in this, because I would love to like kind of get a feel for the writing and the world and all of that. It's only 18 pages for the first chapter, so I think I could definitely do that before I go to bed. But I think what I'll do is I will read that chapter, and tomorrow, hopefully during my lunch break, I can talk to you guys about, you know, my reading and all of that fun stuff. and just kind of keep you updated. I get off earlier tomorrow, which is going to be magical. I'm gonna have more time to read and relax and feel like a normal human being, because right now I feel a little like drained. I've been doing like 12-hour work days, so it's been a bit chaotic, but anyways, I'm excited about this book a lot. Like, I was listing out names of books on my TBR cart to Patrick when I was on FaceTime with him, and this is the one he chose. He loves spooky stuff. Like, if anybody has seen a like terrifying movie or scary movie or like messed up movie, it's Patrick. So he heard Cemetery Boys and just was like, that sounds right up my alley. So, and I told him what it was about, and he's like, that sounds dope. So really excited to read this. I'm glad he chose it, and I am so excited to get into it. Hopefully I really enjoy it, and you know, it gives me that good spooky romance that I'm looking for. Yeah, I think I am going to get ready for bed, brush my teeth, put my hair up, do all the fun stuff before I go to sleep. And then in the morning, I'm probably going to listen to Queenie on the way to work, and then update you hopefully during lunchtime. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. So it is now Thursday, January 28th, and I am home from work. I was able to come home at normal time today, which was awesome. I definitely need those extra 2 hours to kind of relax and, you know, spend time reading and having dinner with my family, which I haven't had in a bit. So I'm really excited about that. And I just took a shower, and I think I'm about to have dinner, but I am just sitting here watching Gaby's newest vlog, who I love her videos. I think she is just so great and so entertaining. And I feel like we do have a lot of reading similarities between our tastes. So yeah, I'm really enjoying watching her video right now. And I'm just trying to relax and let myself take a break. But today I did read a couple of pages of These Violent Delights, as well as listen to my audiobook for Queenie. I thought I would show you right here. This book is about a girl named Queenie, who is a Jamaican British woman dealing with kind of like a mid-20-year life crisis. I don't know what I'm saying. I think I said this last night, but she's having a hard time. She's going through a breakup, and there are a lot of external issues. You know, there's obvious issues that occur in daily life for people specifically. It is good still. I'm still enjoying it. I'm just not sure where it's going. So I am looking forward to finishing the audiobook. I really do love the narrator, and I think she gives a really great characterization to Queenie herself. So I am enjoying listening to it. I'm just ready to see kind of what's going to happen, because there are a lot of really hard things in this book to read about. And I kind of went into this thinking it was a bit lighter, which is totally fine that it's not, and it's dealing with deeper and darker issues. But I think it's just, there's a lot going on, and it is difficult to read about. So I'm trying to take it slow, which I am, since I'm really only listening to it when I'm driving, and I don't have that long of a drive. But yeah, I'm excited to continue with it and see how I feel. I think I am about 150 pages in or so, and it's only 320 pages or so, 330. So I'm about halfway done, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing how it goes. With These Violent Delights, which I'll get the book for you guys so I can show you. So this is my copy of These Violent Delights. I actually have 2 copies of this. I have the Owl Crate and Fairy Leap version. I'm pretty positive this is the Owl Crate version, and I decided to invert the dust jacket just because I thought that this was a really pretty illustration. Don't know if you guys can see it, but it's really pretty. And then the book underneath is like a gold metallic, which is super fun. And I just always forget to look at books under the dust jacket. I don't know why. It's because I'm one of those weird people that pretty much reads with the dust jacket on. I don't know, I'm just lazy. But I just thought this was really cute. So I am, let's see how many pages, 67 pages in, chapter 6. And I'm actually really liking it. I'm really excited to see where it's gonna go. I think I've found a better feeling with this book. I feel like I'm connecting to the characters more in the storyline and kind of getting a grip on kind of what's going to happen. I think I'm just really desperate for some really good hate to love romance, and I know it's coming, it's just not here yet. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I think tonight I want to read some more of this because I am in the mood for this, and I think it can be really atmospheric. I can put on some really good music and have my candle on and just, you know, enjoy this book because I've not spent enough time with it, and I really do want to finish it before the end of the month. Final update, I told you guys last night I was going to read some of Cemetery Boys, and I ended up reading a chapter of this, which was really great. I am really into it so far. I really like the vibe of it and the fact that it starts off in a graveyard with a cemetery. It's great. I'm loving it. And it left on a cliffhanger at the end of the first chapter, so I went to bed thinking about what could be going on and what happened. And yeah, I'm really liking this a lot, and I really like the use of like Spanish words that are not translated. You can infer, even if you don't know Spanish, what those words mean, but knowing that I have the smallest background in learning Spanish and know some basic words, it's been fun to like know those, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I really need to start studying Spanish again because I really do love it, and I feel like I'm decent at it, and I would like to keep that up because especially where I live, Spanish is a really useful language to know. So yeah, I was sitting like reading this out loud just because I love how Spanish words sound and the Spanish language. So I am really excited about this. I probably will read a couple more chapters of this tonight. I just feel like it's very vibey for the nighttime. But same with These Violent Delights. So I might switch back and forth, and also I think I want to watch a reading sprints video tonight. Okay, so I always watch Christine Harris's reading sprints. Her channel is called Any Endings. I'll put it on the screen and down below, but I just love her. I think she's so fun and just really fun to watch her reading sprints with her friends because I feel like I'm always getting really good reading done, and she keeps them up, obviously, so I like to participate in them even if it's past the event. And I just really like to have that break in between where they talk about what they're reading and, you know, how their days are going, and just it feels like you're hanging out with friends, and your girl just is kind of antisocial and not good at making friends. So this is a great way to participate in reading sprints. So I'll probably watch one of those later tonight. I don't know, they really motivate me and keep me on track with my reading, and it keeps me off my phone, which is a big distraction for me. I don't know why. It's because I'm not on it much during the day, so I try and get it all in at night. But I don't like wasting my time and energy on social media when it's not meaningful to me. Like I'm literally aimlessly scrolling and not even thinking about what I'm seeing. I'm just sucked in. But that's, I feel like, just how things have become, especially for me, because I don't want to use my brain all the time. But yeah, I think I am going to go downstairs and get some dinner, and then I will talk back with you guys once I am finished and ready to start my night routine of getting ready to read and relax and just like take a deep breath. Hi, so you can see my closet open right now. Sorry about that. It's a bit of a mess, but we just had dinner. I just finished dinner. It was freaking delicious. So good. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. Amazing. And now I have my glass of wine because that's what happens on long days. And I am sitting here watching a bit of Noelle's videos because I'm actually obsessed with Noelle. Like I can't form sentences with how much I love her. Like there's just so much about her that I love and strive to be. So I'm watching a bit of her video of books she wants to read in 2021, which is also a video I was planning on filming. Didn't do it last weekend, was having a bad day. Now I feel more confident in myself and all of that, so I think I'm gonna do that this weekend. But watching that right now, And then I'm going to pick up a book, and I think I'm gonna read These Violent Delights because I just can't keep it off my mind. I just really want to get into it and see how I enjoy it. So I'm going to put on a reading sprint, I think, or music. I might put on music and then use my app. I have an app for like the Pomodoro timer schedule, which I really love. I don't know if you guys know about the Pomodoro schedule for focusing. I think a lot of people do, but it's a 25-minute timer of intense focus. Then you get a 5-minute break, and you do that 3 times, and then after the 4th round of 25 minutes, you get a 15-minute break. And I don't always, with reading especially, I don't always take the breaks, but they're nice to know that I have those if I need to get up and get a drink or go to the bathroom or look on social media or something. But I used this in college all the time, and it was so helpful with keeping myself using my time wisely without wasting it or feeling like I wasn't getting anything done. 25 minutes sounds like a really short amount of time, and it feels like it flies by, but you can get some really great things done in that time. I have been able to completely clean my room in that time period, been able to write many a word in that time period. So it's been super helpful, and I think 25 minutes is just like the perfect number for focus. So I have this app, it's called Focus Keeper, and it looks like this. When you open it up, it looks like this. It's a 25-minute timer, and you just press play, and they do it in rounds, and it just plays automatically, and it's amazing, and I love it. And it doesn't distract me at all because you can close your phone and do all of that while it still times you, which is amazing. So I'm probably going to pull up some music in my reading playlist and listen to that and read These Violent Delights, and I'm super excited about it. Hi guys, so it is I skipped yesterday. It is Saturday, the 30th of January, and sorry it's really echoey in my bathroom, but I just did my makeup, which you guys would have kind of seen, I think. It looks a lot more pink on the camera. I feel like it's not as pink in real life, but did my makeup because I want to film some things today. I want to film, I think, the top 21 books I want to read in 2021, as well as maybe a February TBR. I'll think about it. So I think I'm going to clean and organize my room because it gets crazy and messy when I have work and I come home and want to just like sleep. But yeah, I also didn't mention that I finished Queenie last night. And I have a lot of thoughts about it, but I ended up giving it 2 stars. I really liked what was talked about in this book about Black Lives Matter and the struggle for Black women, especially with like erasure and wanting to feel on the same level as everyone else, obviously. And also talking about like abusive relationships and self-love and self-worth. It took too long for me personally to get to that point and to really get inside Queenie's head of what was really going on with her. And so you got to that at the last third, which I really enjoyed the last third a lot. But the first 2/3 were they were really difficult to read. I don't have to deal with that on a daily basis. So I think some people could really enjoy this. And if you guys do read it, definitely listen to the audiobook because I really enjoyed it a lot. I thought the narrator was really good. But yeah, now I'm currently only reading These Violent Delights and Cemetery Boys. So I think I want to, I'm gonna clean my room, see how I feel, finish a vlog that I'm watching, and I'll get back to you on what the plan is. Hello, so it is a couple hours later. I have done a lot of things today. I filmed 2 videos that I really needed to film, and I am super proud of being able to do that. And I also edited them, and now they are currently uploading, and I already made my thumbnails for them as well, which is super exciting. So I just feel really productive, like I utilized my day properly. And I haven't read anything today. That's okay. I've at least made a dent in the things I really wanted to do today. So now I get to just let my videos upload. They're gonna be private for right now, obviously. But I'm letting those upload, and I am just gonna sit here. I don't wanna use my computer too much because when I use it, when it's uploading videos, it kind of freaks out and gets overwhelmed. So I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to try and organize my bookshelf out in the hallway. It's kind of chaotic right now, and you guys will see that I just have a bunch of books everywhere and they're not really organized. I'm not sure if I want to do them by color, which is what they are now. I do really like how it looks, but it sometimes is difficult to find books, and I feel a little bit stressed out that I don't know where every book is and I can't find it, and they're not like sectioned off by genre. So I'm thinking, I saw Myonna, she organizes her books by genre and height, and I think that could look really nice. So I think I might be doing that because I've also been a bit turned off by the height differences. It's just been stressing me out a little bit. So I might work on that tonight and listen to an audiobook. I think that the audiobook for Cemetery Boys is on Scribd. So that would be a really good option. Let me see if it's on there. It is on here. Okay, so that's amazing. I think I will listen to the audiobook for that because I want to read it, and I also need to organize my shelves before I lose that motivation because they've been a mess for a good while. So I'm gonna let these things upload, leave my computer be, and I am gonna go organize my shelves. So I just realized after all that time I wasn't recording, so sorry I didn't show you how I reorganized my shelves, but I did, and I thought I would show you. So what I ended up doing was I organized by both height and genre, and I also separated by paperback and hardcover because I don't like when those are mixed in with each other. I don't know. Okay, sorry, my memory card was full, so I had to change it. But I'm really liking how it is. I really like it a lot, and it just feels a lot more fresh, and I don't know, it feels just much more pleasing to look at because I did not like looking at all my books out of place. So thanks, Myonna, for the idea. I never thought to really do it by height. I've done it before by genre, but I always just kind of fell into the rainbow theme and just keeping them without height changes, but I really do like it with the height. It looks a lot cleaner. So yeah, I've also been listening to Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, and I'm really enjoying it. It's already pretty funny and like cool and fun, and I'm really enjoying it so far, and I really like the characters. So I think I'm on chapter 5 or 6 of that, and yeah, I'm really excited to continue. So I think I'm gonna go and get something to eat, and then when I come back, hopefully my video will be uploaded by then, or both videos will be uploaded by then, and I can use my computer and maybe update some more of my Notion stuff because I haven't done as much of that as I've wanted to today. So I think I'll probably do that. I'm just trying to let my computer do its thing so that it doesn't overheat, because I always make my computer get angry at me. So yeah, so I'm excited to continue with that. Ow. I'm also currently reading Blanca.
Oh my gosh, remind me to not put as much lash glue on next time. My goodness.
Hello. It's hours later. I watched a movie with my family. After dinner, we watched Layer Cake with Daniel Craig, and I thought that was really interesting. But right now I'm editing this vlog so far because I just want to be prepared and I'm feeling motivated, so I might as well utilize that energy and put it into something I'm working hard on. So I'm doing that, listening to music, yawning. It's 10:19. Still have tissues on my bed because this season has just made me so allergic to living, and I feel like anytime I go outside my body isn't used to it because I'm quarantining myself so much that I don't see the outside world. So anyways, I'm finishing this vlog up for like however long I've filmed, because I'm going to be finishing this vlog tomorrow. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Anyways, but I'm going to finish this up, and then I think I'm just not going to read anymore tonight. I'm just tired, and I would rather enjoy the books and get a good night's sleep tonight and just like wake up early. Hopefully I can wake up before I did today. I woke up at like 10, which for some people I know isn't late, but I want to get things done, so I want to wake up earlier today. I mean tomorrow. See, I need to sleep. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish up this vlog footage that I already have done. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in the morning when I am fully rested, hopefully, and ready to keep reading. I didn't read much today except for listen to a little bit of Cemetery Boys. Today was definitely like a work day in the sense of Booktube, but I like it. It went really well, and I'm feeling really productive, and I haven't felt like that in a long time, and I don't know, kind of makes me not emotional, but really satisfied. I felt content today with my work and doing the Booktube stuff because I love talking to you guys and I love engaging with you guys, and it's been really great. So thanks for being here. I really love you guys. Thank you. But yeah, I'm going to finish editing this right now, and then I will talk to you guys in the morning once I've slept and I'm ready to go for the next day. Hi guys, so it is January 31st. It's a Sunday, and I am going to be closing this weekly vlog out. I have so much footage. As you guys would have seen, this is like almost an hour long, and I feel like we don't want to push that too much because I don't know about you, but my attention span listening to myself would not be that long. So I thought I would finish out the vlog here. I'm really proud of all my progress this week. I filmed a lot of videos and I felt really content in what I was reading. I finished Blanca and Roja, which I gave 5 stars. Absolutely loved, and I can't wait to read more Anna-Marie McLemore books. I just really loved her style so much. As well as I finished Queenie, which I gave 2 stars, but I would definitely give the author another chance for sure. And it's one of those books where I'm not mad at it or mad that I read it. It just didn't go the route that I was hoping, but that's okay. So I'm also in the middle of These Violent Delights, which I've told you, and I'm still working my way through that, as well as Cemetery Boys, which I'm listening to on audio right now and I'm really loving. So yeah, hopefully I can get through those today or get some more reading done. I think I'm gonna start another daily vlog today because I feel like if I just keep consistent, I'm gonna be really happy. So that's what I'm gonna do. But thank you guys so much for watching. I know this video was kind of like chaotic and I rambled a lot about my life, but I had so much fun doing this. I love doing vlogs and I haven't done one in a while. Like I think the last time I did it was this summer, and I'm just really excited to be back into this and talking to you guys and being really candid. It's not that I don't tell the truth when I'm talking to you guys in sit down videos, but these are a lot more relaxed and just feel a bit more comfortable doing things like this rather than like trying to structure a video, which I like doing those as well, but this is, I think, my favorite format of talking to you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I adore you guys. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week and that you guys will have a wonderful week coming up. Let me know down below what you guys are reading, if you guys are in a slump, if you guys are like killing your 2021 goals for reading. I would love to know. And if you don't have anything you want to comment, go ahead and comment the cute little pink flower, just so I know you guys were here. But I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!